Hello everyone and welcome back to the Berserk manga read through, where last time we read chapters 6 to 11 of the manga, and we are now jumping in with chapter 12, Precious Thing. So last time being Master of the Sword and Assassin, getting that those scenes with Griffith, rubbing shoulders with the nobles, and getting establishing that name for himself, and them depending on him because of how good he is, to the point where one of the counts, the second in line to the throne, is like, assassination time, let's go. Fails clearly, then gets assassinated himself because Griffith says Uno reverse, get wrecked, and unfortunately, the collateral damage there was the Count's son. So we pick up Precious Thing, where Guts has fled the scene of the crime, and he was on the bottom of the staircase as Griffith was up the top with Charlotte. So let's proceed with the manga, as we have this beautiful cover art of Guts with his armor off, looking very somber. But we have nobles dancing, and it's all good news, and everything is nice. And that one there is in the middle is Leonardo DiCaprio, as you can clearly see there. Leonardo DiCaprio in Django Unchained, right there. He's very well dressed. It's all nice, everyone's partying, music is playing, dances are happening, and outside, through the windows, we have our two lovely characters by the fountain. Beautiful, beautiful work. Beautiful artwork on the fountain as well. Crazy dolphin and some dragons, as well as a lovely mermaid lady. I feel a bit tired. Here, my lady, have my cape. Have my fancy cape. Be warm. Please have a seat. Thank you. As Guts watches from a distance, who doesn't seem to understand the fact that it's like, hey man, you kind of did a covert operation and it kind of went a little bit sour. There's no rush right now. Let things chill out and then approach Griffith when he's not on a date. Probably a good idea. He goes to walk up the stairs before hearing, wait. And it's Casca. You mean to go up there like that? Don't embarrass Griffith. If you've got business, wait until they're done talking. I need this. Gets the knife off. Wow, Casca. Hey. Patching up his wound. Is this alright? The host stealing away? I don't mind. They will enjoy themselves regardless. I find I dislike these parties. They are just a bother. Besides, in reality, tonight's party is my father's arrangement to divert everyone's attention in the castle even but a trifle from the wariness of the war. If we must hold a party like this, it would be so much better just to end the war itself. Why is it that men enjoy little more than shedding blood? Your Highness asked that at the hunting grounds. Yes? It could certainly be that men possess that savage side. But that is a tool in which they secure and protect a precious thing. I suppose it is a double-edged sword. Precious thing? Like family or a sweetheart? There are some like that. But for a man, before he can obtain those two, perhaps he must come upon one other precious thing. One other precious thing? For no other's sake, to accomplish it for him, for himself. A dream. Dream. One who dreams of world domination, one who devotes his whole life to the thorough tempering of one sword. If there is a dream which takes one his whole life to find, there are also dreams which, like storms, devour tens of thousands of other dreams. With no relation to social status, class, background, whether it suits them or not, people yearn for a dream. sustained by a dream, hurt by a dream, revived by a dream, killed by a dream. And even after being abandoned by a dream, it continues to smoulder from the bottom of one's heart, probably until the verge of death. A man should envision such a lifetime once, a life spent as a martyr to the god-named dream. As Guts and Casca both listen in on Griffith's dreamy speech. Ultimately, to be born, and to then simply live for no better reason. I can't abide such a lifestyle. Love these shots. I love these shots with the eyes. Miura draws eyes so nicely. Forgive me, I've chatted on so. It must have been a boring topic for a lady. No. This is the first time I've ever talked with a man this way. Lord Griffith, you are a wondrous person. The first time I ever laid eyes on you, I thought you were the son of some aristocrat. You seemed so magnificent for someone so young. When I heard that you were common born, it was very difficult to believe. Somehow it is as if you are nobler than any of the nobles in this castle. But at the hunt, when you taught me how to sound the reed whistle, you seemed very simple and carefree. You were just like some village child used to playing in forests and rivers. And right now, you say the kinds of things to me a philosopher would say. A wondrous person. Casca clenches her fist because we do understand how Casca feels about Griffith at this point in time. I imagine all of your friends too must have come so far. Must have come so far with you attracted by that charm. They are excellent troops. Together we have faced death so many times. They are my valuable comrades, devoting themselves to the dream I envision. And this scene is so interesting. But to me, a friend is something else. Someone who would never depend upon another's dream. Someone who wouldn't be compelled by anyone, but would determine and pursue his own reason to live. And should anyone trample that dream, he would oppose him body and soul, even if the threat were me myself. What I think a friend is one who is my equal. Because when I saw this scene happen in the anime, it's hit me just as effectively as it does now. And you can see that in how Guts is looking at Griffith. And it's such a fascinating scene because it's like, was this a conversation that Guts was ever supposed to hear? Because from this moment onwards, Guts is so affected and changed by this speech. Because obviously we see parts of it happen later in the anime where this kind of creeps up in regards to Guts wanting to be like a friend to Griffith, to be his equal, to pursue his own dream, to have that respect, to not just be like his property, his object, to be used, you know. And that is shown so well in this scene in particular, where it removes all space. It removes all of the environment, and it is just Guts, almost like looking at him across like outer space, like looking at him from like so up there, far away, glowing, being like, and it's physically represented with like the scale, how he's at the bottom of the stairs and he's at the top, and he's talking about, to be my friend you have to be my equal. And Guts in this moment in this scene is being put is distanced from him and below him at the bottom of the staircase. It's very well visually communicated, and you can tell how much this affects Guts, and even Casca notices. Such amazing confidence. Yes, that is how I have achieved everything so far. There were days when I had not even a slice of bread to eat. But now, I can even talk like this to you, the princess of a whole kingdom. And this is when Casca turns away and doesn't want to look at the romantic tension between the two of them. What is your dream? Your Highness! What is it? It is a disaster! Your uncle, Count Julius, has died. What did you say? Assassination! Someone snuck into his manor. Even his son, Master Adonis, was... The castle is in an uproar. Wow, look at that. Look at how Griffith is being portrayed right now. He looks so villainous in this shot. Like, seeped in shadow from the bottom. I am absolutely in love with how Griffith is drawn in this manga. Every time he is in a panel on his own, even in a panel with other people, he captivates the whole thing. He is at the center of attention. He is so beautifully drawn. He is the focal point, and I just think it's absolutely brilliant in how the story is being told, how the characters are all put together in all of their relationships, and the focus being on this leader. The leader of the Band of the Hawk, who is achieving so much success, working towards his dream by any means necessary. And he commands the reader's attention whenever he is on screen. Like, he is a magnet for it. And I just think, like, it's such effective writing and characterization for it to work. Like, it would suck if Griffith was not a good character, right? Because every time you'd see him on a panel, every time you'd see him in shots and this focus on him, but I don't like Griffith, you know, like, this guy's not a good character. And fortunately, it's not the case here, because he's such a well-written character. He's such a complex and intricate character that whenever we see him in these shots, like, it's always just so good. However, how he's posed, how he's drawn, is very, very elegant. And these shots in particular, how his eyes are drawn, always perfect. I love it. Guts turns to walk away now. Hey. And he's gone. And that is the end of Precious Thing. So we will now jump into chapter 13. Now jump into chapter 13. This Precious Thing comes to an end. And we'll load up the next chapter. First page of chapter 13, The Midland Royal Family Crest. A castle bearing a crown, seated in the midst of the heavens. The legendary Tower of Triumph. Berserk. Look at that shot. So this is departure for the front. Look at that shot. I love how, I've mentioned this before in earlier chapters, but I love how the opening to a chapter is drawn in a different style, like it's heavier. They are pieces of art, right? The whole manga is just put it in a museum, but the beginning of the chapters specifically are just like fantastic. fantastically drawn, right? And I'm always so impressed. I'm always so impressed with the visuals. So many of them. They say this new campaign could mean an end to the war. Now, if only that comes true. Don't worry, Midland has its own guardian angel, you know. Speak of the devil. I love that it's speak of the devil, right? Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Griffith. Are you departing? If it isn't Minister Foss, I have heard the Band of the Hawks is this campaign's vanguard. With General Julius dead, Midland has no other guardian deity but you. May fortune smile. Guardian deity, an exaggeration. However, your humble servant will do all within his power. Even so, about this series of assassination scares, it is all but unbearable. It is said that in troubled times, spirits mislead human hearts, but a child of only 13 like Master Adonis, how very cruel. Surely it is the work of a demon. No, it is no demon. It is the work of man, Minister. Incidentally, Sir Griffith, I have caught wind of a strange rumour regarding these assassinations. Strange rumour? The arrow aimed at Princess Charlotte at the autumn hunt. That it was actually not meant for her, but instead it may have been fired at you, Sir Griffith. At me? Impossible. A mere knight commander. You humble yourself. The exploits of the Band of the Hawk you lead are widely proclaimed in many lands. Also, according to said rumour, the assassin who attacked you may not have been a Tudor spy at all, but a subordinate of someone within this very court. That is an audacious insinuation. I would not say so. Under a thin veneer, those of the court can be likened to a den of evil spirits. It is not far-fetched that any number of them would not be above the murder of another for the sake of maintaining their influence. But surely, from their viewpoint, does one kill outside the castle as you do, or inside the castle? I suppose that is the only difference. An interesting theory. That being said, I will strive to my utmost outside the castle. Your pardon. He didn't so much as twitch an eyebrow at the mention of Master Adonis. Could this mean that it wasn't his doing at all? No, that can't be true. It would be too much of a coincidence. There can be no mistake that the assassination of Julius and his son was Griffith's retaliation. Somehow he must have gotten wind that the incident at the autumn hunt was at the hands of General Julius. Could he even know of me? No, it could never come to that. I didn't intervene directly in the matter anyway. Most importantly, there's no evidence. Even so, he's a crafty one. Ah, well enough. If by this campaign a long sought-after peace visits this kingdom, it will settle his affair. There will be many others within the castle jealous of his popularity with the people, as long as I set them against him. So the only good hero is a dead hero. To his shock, he looks right down the hallway to see a white silhouette in the darkness. Oh my god, dude. And it is just Griffith standing there, and look at that face, man. Look at that stare. Like the same similar stare that pierced right through Count Julius, like stare through the shadows. That's something else right there. Where nothing is said, and he turns and walks off into the darkness. You don't even need words. You don't even need words when you're looking at Mira's eyes. When you're looking at how Mira does eyes, no dialogue required. No dialogue required. Casca. I love Casca's armor. It's so nice. I'd love to. Yeah, I'm trying to get a better shot of Casca's armor so I can talk about it. It's so perfect for her. Every character's armor is so perfect for them, right? The only thing that I thought was funny was Casca's helmet. Casca's helmet's a bit funny, but she doesn't have like female form armor, right? And she's got armor that suits her movement speed. She's very quick. She's very fast. And same with Griffith. But Guts is more like he wears heavier armor. But Griffith also does wear a full body of armor, but at the same time he's that man is inhuman at times. Just like Guts. Guts is also a little bit inhuman, but I like everyone's unique armor that they have is so nice, Griffith, huh? Lord Griffith. At the same time as Casca tries calling out to Griffith, so does Charlotte. Princess Charlotte. The attention of Casca being stolen away. Are you departing already? Yes, I am on my way. Take this. What is it? It is a necklace made from lodestone. I love this, by the way. It does like the asterisk, and then it's like, oh, it's a naturally occurring magnet. It is not very valuable, but it's a memento of the former queens of my mothers. But an item of such importance. Oh no, please have it. With the lodestone, the man half and woman half are attracted to one another. It is said that the two who possess each half are destined to meet again. If you were to carry that necklace made from the man stone, surely this necklace of the woman stone should draw it back and see you safely home from the battlefield. So please, accept it. No. There is no way I can keep such an important keepsake of your highness. But, therefore, once I return from this campaign, I swear I will give this back to you. You goddamn smooth talker. Casca, waiting patiently. I have never dreaded battle as much as I do this time. Lord Griffith, please, be safe. He walks away. Casca being quite startled as it's called out, "You there, knight." Yes, Highness. Please, protect Lord Griffith. Yes, Highness. Even with my own life. And you know that that is true. You know that there's no word of a lie in Casca's words. To then have the hand placed on Casca's shoulder by Griffith. Let's go. Yeah. A lot of emotions. Right? There's another thing. It's so good, and something that I actually really like and appreciate about this series is it's not all battles, and it's not all fighting and killing and fucking people up and going, hell yeah, big swords slicing people in half. Those battle scenes are great. They're so well choreographed and they're fantastic. And I just love that the series is not afraid to slow down and give you good characters, is to like have these slow moments and interactions and a lot of dialogue, right? And to be fair, my favorite parts of reading this manga and sharing it with you all are the dialogue parts, the exposition parts, because we get to be in each character's head and understand their motivations and their feelings. When we're reading through a battle, there is a lot of like just scrolling through and being like, this is perfectly well drawn and great and stuff like that. There isn't a lot happening story-wise in those moments. I'm not saying I don't like them. I like literally every single part about this manga, but I'm just saying my favorite part is being able to like read through character interactions with you guys, and just gush about how beautiful this story is. It's fantastic. So as Charlotte looks off, Casca is stunned for words. Look at this. Charlotte! Mother! There she is. What do you think you are doing? Charlotte. What do you mean? Do not feign ignorance, giving gifts to one such as him. It's my business to whom I give my things. Unacceptable! You are a member of the royal family, yet you give gifts to a man of humble birth? Properly speaking, one of your rank should even hesitate to so lightly converse with him. But mother, you are 16 now, no longer a child. Try remembering that you are the Princess of Midland. But... Charlotte! Move out! Griffith commands as we now leave the castle. The civilians, the common folk at the castle gates celebrating their departure as they move out for battle, being the vanguard for this campaign. And I love the details of this shot. I'm wondering if they're going to focus on it again. No, they moved past it. The detail on this shot where it shows like the people outside the city walls that are watching, like the people that are even like there's the common folk inside the castle gates, like the city folk essentially, and then there's the country folk. There's the farmers that you can see them. They are drawn out in the background here, like little countrymen silhouettes, which is just you don't like. Miura doesn't have to draw that. He doesn't have to show that, but he does. Every single line on these pages are fantastic, and they're only getting better and better with each chapter, with each volume. It's incredible, and it makes me so excited to sit down and reread these in my own time and look over all the details when my physical books arrive that I'm waiting for. Like these two people at the front, how one's on a crutch without a leg, like they're just so interesting. Like the detail and effort that goes into constructing background characters. You see the amount of effort that goes into these things. And the one thing that I do know about future Berserk chapters is it's sort of infamous for it, like some other mangas, is the hiatuses, like the distance between some chapters, people being like, it's been a long time and we're finally getting a 20-page update and like stuff like that. So while I don't know what the stories contain, I am aware of the some chapters having quite a length between them. But at this point in time with this episode, we have actually had that news and confirmation that there is going to be a chapter 364 released. So the story is at this point in time still continuing, but we are unsure whether that means this is the final one again, because there's been no official word. But I'll certainly be keeping up with spoiler-free updates on the story continuing, because it would be amazing to work my way towards an ending of this story, at least if Miura's assistants are able to take over, as I was aware that they were being trained to work on and emulate his style quite well. I believe they would do him justice, especially if Miura had footnotes, story notes leading up to an eventual end of the story. But anyway, that's not particularly relevant to this chapter. I apologize. I'm getting caught up in stuff that's outside of the chapter. But it's just very nice to know that there is still going to be chapters released. So there is still hope at the end of the Berserk tunnel. Leading his own group, as the words of Griffith echo in his mind is, what I think a friend is one who is my equal. And this is going to affect Guts going forward, like I said, and his motivation, right? So that is the end of Departure for the Front. So that was chapter 13, and we move into chapter 14 now. So let's go straight into that one, which I believe is called... We'll get to that chapter in a second so we can see what it's called. I love these helmets. Look how cool they are. So cool. Engagement is what this chapter is called. So we are met with a very interesting double spread where it's like, never mind. We are not met with that. We are met with my internet being a little bit slow. So this is actually the first page, which we are met with BERSERK. And we see a thunderstorm rolling in over the hills in the distance. We see all of the flags, all the pole arms marching over the hill. Look at that shot with the thunder and lightning. Sorry, not even thunder. Sorry, the lightning behind them, lighting the silhouettes as we then look at engagement. I always point out amazing armor designs. We're obviously met with the Band of the Hawk down the bottom here. And this group, which their crest is a whale. So while we've got, Midland's crest being like the tower in the heavens, these guys were like, you know what's fucking cool? Whales. Whales are cool. They're big. Ocean. Whales. And that's them. At a time like this, she's got stomach pains. She in pain. She hurting. That's oh god! He has his mask on. He has his helmet on. So I'm like, oh, what's his name? That's not Rickert. It's not Rickert. It's the other one. It's the other one. I'm definitely getting a consistent lesson in needing to remember characters' names. I know exactly what his name is, but it's slipping my head. What's wrong? You look pale. Nothing. Come on. Let's do this. Oh, hang on. Judo. I'm pretty sure. It's judo. There we go. It's my pea brain is pulling those names out. There's, if I shake my head, I can feel like the pea rattling around for the name. So judo. There we go. Rickett's the small one. Look at this shot. Like this is absolutely fantastic. Like just the lightning going on in the background. Griffith with his sword in the air, screaming. It's like, let's charge! And the battle commences. Now this is where we get to, obviously as I was just saying, we don't talk much. There's not much character interactions happening. We get to just admire the beautiful, detailed scenes of men killing men and bloodshed, where these horses are just like, mate, I was happy eating hay 10 minutes ago and now I'm getting stamped. Especially when you get shots like this. Oh man, Mira does speed lines so well. Just like like I said, I've said this time and time again, but just like feeling the impact. You feel the impact of that, because there's always so many shots where it shows like the moment of impact, where the goddamn mace impacts the helmet and his eyeballs popping out. Like his eyeball's about to come out. And then you see the follow through of Pippin. See the follow through of Pippin just going bonk. You're out of here. People getting absolutely creamed. Stabbing, 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 killing. Victory. Phew, this is a melee. Judo, running on through. And there's Casca. Casca has got a helmet upgrade now, though. She's got a better helmet. It makes more sense. So, her helmet's fine now. It's still a bit of a weird one, but, like, it's unique. She just dodges a blow, strikes the top of the helmet. And it's almost knocked from her horse, but successfully gets the other dude off. But who is here to confront her? Look at the size difference of this one approaching out of the shadows. So you're her, the only woman who commands 1,000 of the band of the Hawk. Lightning behind his helmet. I can't stomach it. A woman playing at being a knight. Women are inferior to men in strength. What use could they be in battle? No, you might have use as a nighttime plaything for your fellow soldiers. What was that? Perhaps you even achieved your rank of commander by sneaking into that man Griffith's bedroom? You bastard! Goes to swing, only to need to desperately block from that attack, and knocked right off the horse. This is the problem, is like, Casca wouldn't be commander for no reason. Casca wouldn't be commander of 1,000 men for no reason. But this guy is a dickhead, so knocked straight onto the ground, but shit, look, like, recovers, like anime recovery. Does a little backflip. Only to have the goddamn trident pitchfork thing going right for her, which she only just narrowly dodges, which rips the middle of her pants. Jumps right up. This guy's strong. The battlefield is the sacred ground of men. I, Adon, head of the Blue Whale Ultra Heavy Armored Fierce Assault Annihilation Night Corps, shall teach you the folly of your frivolity in setting foot upon it. Oh, man. It's just like a classic. I'm man. I'm big and strong. I only like fighting other men. I only like getting sweaty on the battlefield with other men, because it's manly to get sweaty with other men and stab them. I will not get sweaty with women, because I'm in the Blue Whale Ultra Heavy Armored Fierce Assault Annihilation Night Corps. I forgot that they had such a silly name. I forgot. Yeah, like fucking going for it with Casca. I can't. I've got no strength. Big sis, Commander Casca. Damn you, fools! Keep back. Ah! Oh, for God's sake, just in one swing takes out the whole group, and there's a head going flying too. Jesus. These are the nice little nuggets of battle, by the way. It's like when it's not just like the nothing but battle shots, but we do get big players on the battlefield having character interactions. It's also really good. And there's a head plopping onto the ground. If you let yourself be led by a woman, you're weaklings. Damn you! There's the trident. The trident arm held right at her chest. What's wrong? Nowhere left to run. Go on. Go on. You adorn yourself like a man, but you're quite the gem, aren't you? I'll offer you a chance. If you come quietly as my prisoner, you can leave this place alive. But what I mean by prisoner is you'd be my army's harlot. Go to hell, dog. Then you can die! Big sis! And it swings down, only for the most expected thing to happen. Is, Best Boy comes charging on in at the last minute to block the blast. To block it. But protecting Casca, we've got Guts. Player 2 has entered the game, right? This ain't like you. Guts. Raiders. Captain Guts. Just like, woo, baby. You lout. Come on. Anyone will do. I just feel like swinging this with all my might until I can't think about anything else. And that is the end of engagement. So we will now bring this episode, this chapter reading, to a close. Thank you so much, guys, for reading along with me for another few chapters of Berserk. Getting some really good character interactions in the beginning, more of like the nobles interactions, like I'm telling you about, and then we're getting into the battle. So we'll be continuing next episode with chapter 15 and beyond. So I'll be reading a few more chapters to capture all of that together. Again, really appreciate your support on the Berserk read through. I'm having a blast. I will be trying to get the next episode out a little bit faster. Again, I mentioned this last episode. Things are very, very busy, but I am trying to keep on top of everything YouTube, while a lot of stuff in the personal life is moving quite fast. But I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Regardless of how often it's coming out. I do appreciate your patience and support, and just like the love for Berserk. I love to hear about like your feelings on these particular chapters, and I know that we're all itching to get into future chapters as well, and we certainly will be. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next Berserk manga reading. Thank you.